Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Who would have thought that instead of spending today getting ready for the holiday party, as has been my tradition for over 30 years, I am here recording a video for you to watch instead. Some say that a company is like a human body, with every employee and department playing a key role. And if that analogy is true, then I would say that the Elaine holiday party is the soul of our company. My grandmother, the namesake of Elaine, used to let me come to the parties she hosted, and I learned so much from watching her and my father interact with all of the families who worked with us back then. We have held these parties through good times and bads, in restaurant basements, at Ken and Barbara's house in Brookline, at our home, at the Charles, and for many years now at the Boston Harbor Hotel. The party is a chance for us all to catch up, to take a breath, and to celebrate all we have done together. And for Ken and I to see the wives and husbands that we do not get to see all year, to hear stories about kids and grandkids, new houses, vacations. But most importantly, it is a chance for us to say thank you. And so it is hard to say, but after 70 years of parties, this is the first time that we will have a year with no Elaine get together. And while this fact and basically this whole year feels so very different, our message is still the same. A sincere and heartfelt thank you to the men and women who make Elaine such a special place to work. Thank you to Eddie, Sal, DJ, Hudson, Dave, Dan, Brian, Nathan, Larry, Maria, Andrew, Stephanie, Paulie, Sean, and Jason. You are all the essential workers of Elaine, not only keeping us running, but keeping us running during this pandemic. You are doubling as COVID managers, as job site watchdogs, as assistant supers, basically doing whatever needs to be done. Thank you to Charlie, Jimmy, Tim, Alex, Bernie, Chris, Matt, Steve, Donald, Jamie, Mark, Larry, Matt Pellick, Jim, Ken, Andrew, Ken Terry, Mike, and Evan. The Elaine supers who are not just doing their jobs, but who are going above and beyond, dealing with architects and owners who still have not left their homes, with subcontractors who are jittery and nervous, supers who now have to take part in Zoom interviews, as if a regular interview is not hard enough, and yet you still maintain your composure and your strength every day. Dick, what can I say? You are part of the field and part of the office. You deal with ISD. You deal with Ken and I. You are part of the COVID task force, and yet you still manage to keep your sense of humor and keep track of us all. And to the PMs and the APMs, who are also really on the front line. They have to be on site, have to be in the office, and get their work done regardless of what is going on around them. A big shout out to Matt, Steve, Natalie, Jim, Mark, Kim, Cam, Caroline, and Erin. And to Brad and Jake, who are not only working hard at their jobs, but have their mother, father, and grandfather around every day telling them how we used to do things in the old days. How lucky am I to be working with you all. To Marnie, Rachel, Teresa, and Ricardo, who keep us running day after day, making sure we don't miss a beat, whether we are working from home or remotely. To Chris Hardiman, Rupi, Mike, and Peter, who day after day are bidding more and more work, sometimes wondering, are we really bidding this? Who are doing such a good job keeping up with the market and attending walkthroughs in their masks and their PPE. To Chris Leonard, who manages his team and manages me as we chase work. And at least twice a week I say to him, win this job, like he has a magic wand in his office to wave. Chris, thank you for making me believe in your type of magic. To Kerry and Jamie, who joined us in the midst of this pandemic, literally interviewing in masks and then starting when half of our team was remote. Ladies, I'm so sorry we are not standing in the ballroom at the Boston Harbor Hotel with me raising a champagne glass to welcome you to your first Elaine party. But we will catch up on that and so much more next year. Thanks to Jackie, who's working harder than ever, trying to stay connected to our clients in this crazy world, keeping us connected to each other, and doing it with a smile and with grace. Thank you to Jenny Murphy. Jenny wears about 10 hats, works on proposals, works on special ops with Ken, works on keeping everyone looking good in their Elaine gear, on keeping me sane, and basically bringing cheer and goodwill wherever she goes. To the COVID response team, Jamie, Audette, Caroline, Jenny, Dick, Tony, and Bill, we started 10 months ago. And every month we kept thinking, a few more weeks, we're almost through this. One more press conference, and then another curveball was thrown at us. We made it through code red calls, rewriting the protocols, PowerPoints, and all the signage changes. Thank you all for going above and beyond during this pandemic. And Tony and Bill, I need to extend a special thank you to you both. I know I've said it before, but thank you for being with me during the shutdown and beyond, for your big shoulders, for helping me find laughs where we could. This company and I could not have weathered this storm without you both, and I am forever in your debt. And a very special thank you to Ken for keeping an eye on us all from Maine and for always making himself available to help however and wherever he can. And it wouldn't be a holiday speech if I didn't say thank you to Tom. Tom is likely very happy that this will not be a weekend where he has to MacGyver a duck pond and build a stage for Otis the bear, but I know he will miss the camaraderie and the whiskey from the Boston Harbor Hotel too. And if we were at the hotel, I would go on for a bit more about the amazing projects we have done this year and all the team building events and the charity work that we had done together. And God knows I miss all of that. And I would have stopped speaking here for a moment and asked for a special round of applause for all the husbands, wives, and partners of the Elaine family who put up with the long hours, the 7-day weeks, the calls, and this year the shutdown. This party was always about being sure that we said thank you to you as well for everything you do to contribute to our success. But in 2020, everything is different. And I am not really sure it hit me until today that there will be none of that on Saturday night. So I will end this update with this message. Elaine Construction and I stand here at the end of 2020, a bit more tired than usual, perhaps a bit melancholy, but strong and grateful for all that we have and for all that we have to look forward to in 2021. A vaccine, a slow return to many of the things that brought us together, and the knowledge that as a company, we stood together and made it through this time. I hope that some point over this weekend, you will raise a glass with your family and loved ones and hear my voice saying thank you from the bottom of my heart. Best wishes for the holiday. Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks.